I've been a loyal customer of Spotify for over a decade. My friends use it, my family use it, and all of my smart home tech supports it, except for, well, you know. But this isn't what you think it is. So in this video, I want to run you through sizing up the undisputed world's best music streaming service, Spotify, against another behemoth, Apple, and explain why me, someone who enjoys using an Android phone, is choosing to use Apple Music, of all things, on my Android phone. Now I'm gonna do this in two parts, starting with Spotify. And the one thing that many people say about Spotify is that it is great at personalization and recommendations. And I don't disagree. I've actually found Spotify is far better in terms of recommending new music that I actually like. Like my go-tos are the Discover Weekly playlist, where I genuinely find new artists I like every so often, and the Release Radar playlist, where I can hear new tracks from all of my favorite artists, although it has been giving me some quite weird recommendations recently. And I switch back and forth between these, along with listening to my liked songs playlist, which songs get added to when I like them on Spotify. Now you've also got Spotify's own curated playlists, which are one of my favorites being the Upside Down playlist. Remember that from Stranger Things? Which basically gives you your own music that you like listening to, but weaves in new tracks that you haven't heard before. So you get like a great mix of new and old stuff in just one place. You've got the other like memory lane playlists, of course, that Spotify curate for you, like Spotify Wrapped, comes up every Christmas, and all of your top songs from each year, which I do often just go back to just for like nostalgia purposes and kind of see what I was listening to last year or the years before. Now Apple does have this feature, which they copied from Spotify, but as you can see, I only have 2018 and 2023, which is when I first started using Apple Music, and 2023 when I started using it again. Now Apple does also have a Discovery radio type station, but I've not found the recommendations on there as good as Spotify. There's also my own personal station, which mostly is just tracks that you add to your library, but there's nothing really built in for new releases other than, you know, specifically playing the new released albums or tracks you're interested in listening to. And I think this partly comes down to a difference in how Apple and Spotify measure what you listen to. With Spotify, you can heart a song, which adds it to your like songs playlist and to your library. Whereas with Apple, you can add tracks to your library, but you can also heart a song separately, which in some cases, in many cases, is actually really tricky to find. Like when listening to the Discover station, unless you're on mobile, there's no visible heart to click on to tell Apple that you like what you're listening to. You have to kind of go digging around for it. And even on mobile, it's kind of small and out of the way as well.
That's what she...
Now, the other thing I do like about Spotify is, if you have kids, there is a way to prevent your kids' music from messing with your recommendations, because you can exclude songs and even whole playlists from your profile. So you and your kids can listen to Disney in your car or something on your account without training Spotify to then give you more Disney music in your recommendations. So for some reason, because I listen to Gary V podcasts, sometimes it decides to add VFriends music into my recommendations, which is just awful. You also get great features such as Spotify Connect, which lets so many, like an unlimited number of third-party apps and headphones and speakers